Alright, so first weekend of new releases for May is May 6th through the 8th. The only thing that's being released, because no one dares try to challenge it, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I have actually seen a trailer for this. It does look really good. Instead of rewatching that same trailer, I'm just gonna hold off because I know there's probably gonna be a final trailer soon. So I will put that footage of the highlights of me reacting to that trailer here.
Several days later.
Joke's on me, because the final trailer was finally dropped like last the fuck minute, but watch it be like a fan trailer or something. That's really gonna piss me off. So let's check out this alleged final trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That looks kind of scary, but I'm here for it. I'm definitely gonna go see it. Maybe not Thursday, because I still have a few episodes of What If to watch before I feel like I'm able to watch it. Let me know if you go see it. No spoilers. It is definitely a see it, not a skip it or stream it. It's gonna be a big, action-packed, probably high emotion that you need to see in theaters. Definitely go check it out. I'm planning on checking it out. Yeah. The second weekend in May of new releases is for May 13th through the 15th, and there's only 2 wide releases for that weekend. But then again, one website says they're wide releases and then another one says limited releases, so I'm just gonna go ahead and claim them as wide releases because they're the only ones being released supposedly widely. And that's the movie Family Camp and Firestarter, which I've been slacking on watching the Firestarter trailers, so let's get to watching these to see what they're all about. I don't know anything about this Family Camp movie, so I'm, without even watching, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a skip it for me, but let's see. There's nobody recognizable in this except for the pastor so far. Who are the skit guys? What the fuck? I feel like this movie's been done already. Like, it's a family that isn't connected, and oh, fucking Jingle All the Way. That's what it was. Because they were really competitive with the really connected family, and then the whole moral of the story is that the family that in the beginning is very not connected ends up being super connected at the end. And like in Jingle All the Way, you find out later that the really connected family actually has a lot of problems. Yeah, that's a nah for me. Just like I predicted, it looked like it was no bueno just by looking at the poster, sadly enough. There's nobody in it that I recognize except for the pastor. I think he's a well-known comedian, but other than that, didn't know anyone else. Not that that matters, because there's plenty of movies that are good without well-known people in them, but that actually looks like a limited release movie, so I wouldn't be surprised if that one website was correct and this isn't a wide release but more of a limited release. That's definitely a skip it for me, but if you see it, let me know what you think. This next one is for the movie Firestarter, which I believe stars my boy Zac Efron, which I call Zephron. So let's see what this is about, since I've been slacking on watching it, because this trailer came out I don't even know how long ago. Ooh, Blumhouse. That's the wrong thing. So they're making her into a superhero? Yikes. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's gonna be on Peacock too. Alright, so I feel like I'm gonna have to rewatch the original with Drew Barrymore because I don't really remember it. I watched it once, I think, when I was really little. It doesn't look bad, it just doesn't really... I just had a very meh feel to it. It feels like it would be something worth streaming but not rushing out to see in theaters, but it wouldn't be bad if you saw it in theaters because it looks like a lot of it's going to be like not graphics but like CGI and action and stuff, so you might want to see it big. I personally think it would be fine just to stream it, so it's definitely one of those that I'll probably drag my feet to see, but I'll at some point go see it. So yeah, out of the 2 for that weekend, I would more or less probably go see Firestarter over Family Camp. I'm definitely not planning on seeing Family Camp at all. Third weekend for May new releases is May 20th through the 22nd. There's only one wide release for that weekend, and it is Downton Abbey, A New Era. I actually saw this trailer the other day when I went and saw Nicolas Cage's new movie. I wasn't really paying attention because I was more upset that my recliner wasn't working, so I didn't really get to focus in on it, but it did look pretty interesting in the parts that I did get to see, which I do like. If you're not a big fan of Downton Abbey, haven't caught up with it or anything, one thing I did like, because this is the second movie that they've done. The first movie, you don't have to watch the series to watch the first movie because they do a recap. So I'm hoping with the second one they'll do the same thing. But if not, you could at least watch the first movie first to catch up to the second one. But let's watch this trailer. Also, I love Maggie Smith, but who doesn't? Sassy Maggie Smith. Mr. Clara Danes. I really like this show. Alright, as does every Downton Abbey episode, movie, whatever, since this is the second movie, they are all super charming. I will be going to see this because I am a Downton Abbey fan and have enjoyed everything they've put out. This is probably going to be even more exciting because it's a look at Maggie Smith's character's past that no one knows about in her family, so I will definitely be going to see it in theaters. It definitely is a streaming movie, so you don't really need to rush out to see it in theaters. I'm sure it'll be on the streaming services soon after it's been in the theaters for a while, so definitely go see it. I will see it in theaters, but you could also, it looks like one you could see, like you could stream it at home. So if you definitely do end up seeing it, let me know what you think. Now for the last weekend of May, for the new releases, which is May 27th through the 29th, we have 2 wide releases. One is Bob's Burgers, which on one side says it's a wide release, and on another site it says limited release, but it's Bob's Burgers, so I think it would be a wide release. And the second one is Top Gun Maverick, which is the sequel to the original Top Gun movie that came out in the 80s. I have seen trailers for both of these, but let's just go ahead and give them a rewatch. First up is Bob's Burgers, the movie. They also had this trailer before the Nicolas Cage movie, so I recently just saw this. When are we gonna get an Archer movie? I want to see that. I love Louise. Alright, so I probably won't be seeing that in theaters. Not that I have anything against Bob's Burgers. I do think this movie is like 2 or 3 years too late. Kind of like how I felt with the Simpsons movies, was like, what, 20 years too late? But I did actually enjoy the Simpsons movie. This movie is probably going to be fun too, but I'm so behind on Bob's Burgers, it's not even funny. And just by that trailer, it just seems more like a streaming movie to, you know, watch at home. So I definitely won't be rushing out to go see it once it does drop. Also, the fact that Top Gun comes out the same weekend as it does, so it's got some stiff competition. Speaking of Top Gun Maverick, let's go ahead and rewatch that trailer. I feel like I've seen like this trailer 3 or 4 times. But then again, it's supposed to be coming out for 2 years now. Miles Teller looks weird with the mustache. Also, how is it that Tom Cruise still could probably get it? He just needs to get out of that craziness that he's in. You know, I'm still kind of wishing that one day Tom Cruise somehow gets some sense knocked into him and he reunites with his kids, because it's just sad to watch. I also have feelings about Miles Teller playing Goose's son. I'm not about it, but I know the acting's gonna be really good because he's a great actor. Just his vibe's weird. Whatever. Do we think Tom Cruise is gonna die in this movie? Because talk about heartstrings or Goose's son, that would be fucked up too. I think everyone and their mom has been waiting for this sequel for, was it 30 years now? Jesus Christ, it's been over 30 years. It looks really good. It's got great star power in it. Obviously Tom Cruise is in it. Love Jennifer Connelly. Miles Teller could do without his vibe. I don't know what his vibe is, but he actually is a very good actor, so I tend to watch stuff that he's in because he doesn't disappoint. Also, besides it being a sequel we've all been waiting for, I know that, if I remember correctly, I read somewhere that they did all their own flying, or at least Tom Cruise did, so a lot of the footage of them in the planes flying is them actually flying. That's a big pull for people to want to go see it. It's definitely something I think needs to be seen on the big screen. I don't think it's going to have a problem getting people to do that, so you don't really need me to tell you that. I will probably be going to go see it. I definitely need to watch the first one because it's been forever. Also because Patrick's never seen the full movie, so Gotta change that. I am totally excited to see it, especially what kind of spin it goes with him being the teacher now, even though if you've seen the original, he's too much of a rebel to be a teacher, so that's an interesting spin on the plot, but I definitely will be going to go see it. Alright, now that we've gone through all of the weeks of May, let's just take a quick second and review if we're seeing, streaming, or skipping these movies in May. Let's start with the skip its. I think the only movie that I would label as a skip it would be that family camp movie that comes out May 13th. That's just what I chose for skip it for this month. So for the streaming movies for the month of May, what I chose were 3, which would be Downton Abbey New Era, Firestarter, or at least I think I chose Stream It for Firestarter, and Bob's Burger the movie. Those all felt like ones that you could watch from home and enjoy them. And then for the main thing, the See It movies for the month of May, I think there's 2 must go see in theaters, which is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, as well as Top Gun Maverick, which is the sequel to the original Top Gun. What are your guys' choices for skip it, stream it, or see it? Are they kind of identical to mine? Let me know in the comments. So that's it for the month of May, new releases. If you enjoyed this type of content and want to let me know, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, or by chatting with me down below, because until next time, tell your mother I said hello.